What is up, you guys? Welcome back to an all-new Kardashians Weekly here on Afterbuzz TV. As promised from last week, we have a very, very special guest, so make sure you stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, Afterbuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
You guys, we're so excited to be back here for Kardashians Weekly. As promised, we have a very special guest. He is the one, the only Ontiveros, and he is from Revenge Body. Obviously, we got to know him and love him. I remember when I was watching you the very first night, I was cracking up. Literally, you have the best commentary, the best reactions and facial expressions ever. And he's also a producer for reality TV as well. So here he is tonight. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Where can everyone find you on social media?
At Ontiver, Wontiver.
All right, awesome. And I'm joined by my lovely panelists as always.
Hey guys, it's Guinwa Zeineddine, and as always, you can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Instagram and Twitter is at Guinwa Z, and Facebook is just my full name, which might be too complicated for you guys. So follow me on Instagram.
Hey everybody, it's Howard III. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Howard III, and of course my website, howardthird.com.
Awesome. And Shanti cannot be here today. She's living it up in Mexico.
Hope
She's
you're having fun.
Filling your spot, girl. Stealing your gig.
Yes, but we love her so much, and you can find her at, isn't it like Shanti_Christina? I'm pretty sure. So make sure to follow her too, guys. Let's talk about this. So you've been on the scene for quite a while now. You're like living the life over here. So let's start where you started from, for as all the Kardashian lovers know.
Okay, so Kardashian world, I started on Revenge Body.
Correct.
So that was season 1, and I was the premiere episode.
You're like the first person.
The first Revenge Body person that anybody ever saw. And then I also shared an episode with Stephanie, who we love and adore.
I love her so much.
And then I've always been a TV producer. I've been a TV producer for about 7 years, and that kind of got me into producing Kardashian shows. So then I got to produce Life of Kylie.
So cool.
Now there's a few other things in the universe happening. But yeah, that's where I started in Kardashian world.
That is so
Revenge
awesome.
Body.
Yes.
Oh.
Revenge Body, it was an amazing show.
Okay, so you said you've been producing for 7 years.
Yeah.
And you seem so young, so that's amazing. I'm not going to ask you for your age.
I am young.
Okay, I know you.
See, but here's the thing. There's different levels of producing. Like, there's an EP, an executive producer.
Of course.
There's different levels. So, of course, at one time, very long time ago, I was a PA.
Okay.
Which is a production assistant. So basically, I was, the one getting coffee. But no shame. Like, I'm glad
Of course.
I went up the ranks in, like, I guess the proper order.
Yeah.
But I think it's important because then you learn everything that needs to happen in order to make a good show.
Did you always dream of producing a Kardashian show?
You know what's weird? I've never been asked that, but I'm glad you did. So growing up, I always wanted to be a host. So thank you all for like I model my life after Andy Cohen. If you're seeing this,
We love you, Andy.
we love you more than you know. But I like being behind and being creative and coming up with concepts, and I also like being in front and being the forefront and the voice.
Yeah.
So that was my dream. But one day, I remember a long time ago, I was watching Kardashians with my good friend, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking hang out with them. And it happened.
Wow.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
You just put it into the universe and it happened.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, really. Speaking things into the universe.
That is so true, and I truly believe in that. Like, if you tell yourself you can do it, you will absolutely do it. And if you doubt yourself, then you probably wouldn't have a chance. So,
No.
that's
like
good.
right now here on the record, I'm gonna hang out with the Kardashians. So let's see how I am in a couple
saying.
months.
So you go get a candle. Have you heard of these candles?
No.
No, what is that?
Okay, you guys. They're like spiritual candles, and you get them, and you put your intention into them. You light them. You don't put them out, even night, morning, day.
Oh,
You let it
wow.
just
This
And
is
then you let
serious.
it go, and at the end, there's little crystals, and then you hold on to them, and you put your intention into them. I'm lighting one right now.
Is that what you did? To
No,
get
not
on the
for
Kardashians?
that, but I'm doing one right now for a separate thing, but I don't want to tell you what it is.
Okay, but like, what do you do with the crystals
Ooh.
afterwards?
You can put them into, make like a little
Oh, okay.
chain, make like a little necklace,
Okay.
give it to somebody, put them in an, okay, let's say you want to, work for E. Get your stone, hop a fence, and throw it into E. And like literally plant your
This is
intentions
crazy.
into it. I swear.
No
this is
way.
real.
Hop a fence and just like, okay, that's what I'm doing tomorrow, you guys.
Well, all right.
Hook a brother up. I need to know where these candles are sold. But let's talk about. Are they shady, like wherever they're sold?
No, it's actually beautiful.
Oh,
where
okay,
it
okay,
is.
cool.
Like you feel like, yeah, it's nice.
That's awesome.
House of intention, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
I'm
All
taking
right.
note of that.
I know, right?
No,
No.
seriously, it's on Melrose. It's really cool.
That's so cool.
Free
Okay.
advertisement, by the way.
Right.
Plug.
Okay, let's talk about Revenge Body. So, whenever you were on there, how much weight did you lose on the show?
Yes.
On the show, I lost like 40 pounds. After the show, I lost 60 total.
Okay.
Wow.
you
So,
had
but
an
here's the
additional 20.
tea. If we're gonna be, like biggest loser, they typically gain the weight back.
Yeah.
Some of us gained a little weight back. It's hard because when
Yeah.
you're on the show, you have a goal and you're with your trainer and you're on it more than you are, and then you go back into the real world, and you have to live your life without your trainer sometimes.
Exactly.
And so, I put on a little bit of weight, but it's always a balance. Like I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna lose it, and now I have a new goal. So, Revenge Body season 2 airs December 10th.
Yes, we're so excited.
So
Yes.
excited. And so me and a few other people from season 1 are kind of getting back into it. But I actually teamed up with this company that Gunner is a part of called Gym Go. I'm gonna plug a little bit. But really what's cool about it is, we all can't work out with the trainers we were given forever.
Of course.
So this app is so cool, you guys. It allows you to have personal training on your phone, live to live, anywhere, anytime.
Ooh.
This is a lot of useful information.
Seriously,
I'm
so
saying.
I love it.
if you're at home and you're like, oh my God, I have to go to work at 10 a.m., I'm not going to get off until
Yeah.
8. How can I? My trainer in town is not available. You get on this app, you look up the times, you have a spot open at 7 right before work, you do it in your house in the living room.
Wow.
You get out of the shower right
Nice.
after. And here's the thing. So I'm doing a whole nother body transformation with them. So December 10th, I'm going to have a totally new body.
Hey, I'm here for it.
But the cool thing is, like, you literally just get out of bed. You don't have any equipment other than a mat, preferred.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the workout is so intense. I was like a little
need this.
skeptical because I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna work out my house.
yeah.
But I was like dying, and I was like, okay, I couldn't even say goodbye because it's weird. You're like
Oh, yeah.
chatting, and I'm like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow, and I just clicked off and like passed out.
That's so
Wow.
cool.
And
That's
it's
awesome.
affordable. That's the thing, because personal trainers are
Expensive.
So and
Looking
that's
good
the
is
cool thing about
expensive,
this
yeah.
app. So one time again, it's called Gym Go.
Gym Go.
Gym Go, and
Okay.
it's
That's awesome.
affordable. It's live to live training, and yeah, that's the thing.
I'm gonna
So-
check. I'm gonna try this out, and I'll let you guys know how it goes because
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is something that I need in my life so much. I don't think I've
It's so
talked to you
hard
about
working
this.
out and being in a schedule when you have so many different things going on in
Exactly.
your life.
Exactly. I don't know if I told you or not, but I've lost like 5 to 8 pounds. I had it like stuck like.
See, and you're such in good shape. You're so thin.
Thank
already.
you. Oh my gosh. Do you remember like my face was a little bit more doughy?
See, okay, hold on. Here's the tea. I like kind of chunky boys.
Hey.
So I do remember.
You're like, oh.
No, but
Right,
I feel like being full is like attractive, like you look healthy, but also being thinner is
Yeah.
There's a balance for everybody.
There is. I absolutely agree.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
what's
Like, I always want to be thick. I don't want to be a thin guy. I want to have muscle. I want to be
Yeah.
thick.
You want to be a muscle
A
cub.
muscle cow, that's my thing.
On the
Okay.
show.
I
But
bet you
yeah.
will. I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, Revenge Body, long story short, a bunch of us had a beautiful opportunity to be mentored by Chloe, be mentored by these like exclusive trainers. Some of them became our real life friends. Like me and Gunner, like he's the dad I never had.
That's awesome.
And so the show wasn't just a show of body transformation. It really was about transforming your life. And now I got the opportunity to produce Kardashian shows. because
That's
of it.
amazing.
So
That is
Yeah.
amazing. I kind of want to dig in just a little bit, just one more question, because I know
Okay.
we have to probably move on. But I'm really interested in your weight loss journey. I think fitness in general and eating healthy and vegan and gluten free
Yeah,
is like
there's
what
so many
everybody
things,
aims
yeah.
for these
Yeah.
days, that specific lifestyle. And it can be so hard. So how is your diet? How did your diet change?
Oh my God! They say 80% diet, 20% in the
So
gym.
true.
It's really, really true. It was overnight because I knew I was going on the show, so I tried to pig out as much as I possibly could. And then the day that it started, and this is a quote that I said in my episodes because I believe this. I thought I was gonna eat a salad, by noon
Yeah.
and have a Tic Tac by dinner.
Yes, that was my favorite line.
It's
you said.
completely opposite. It's like you eat a lot of healthy food throughout your day, so your body's in a heat signature constantly, so it's constantly burning calories. It's constantly heating up and like releasing whatever, and you're getting out. And a big secret, honestly, is water.
I love water.
So,
Yeah.
here's
Good.
another thing. I just want to put her face up because hey, her nutritionist and her trainer is my nutritionist and my trainer. So I got all her like little secrets, and one of the biggest secrets really is water.
That's insane.
If you
believe
drink
it.
about 5 ounces,
Yeah.
fluid ounces of water a day, you're gonna drop like 8 to 10 pounds in a week or 2.
Oh,
I need
Yeah.
to drink some more
It's
water.
That's so
really
true. Because when you're dehydrated, sometimes your body triggers you to think that you're hungry when
So
you're
you
really
hold-
not.
And then you hold on to
Exactly.
everything.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
ever deprive yourself? Do you, like, let's say you want that cookie, do you still go get that cookie, or you like, no, I can't have Oreos today?
Here's the thing. The reason I gained weight in the beginning was because I was in a very happy relationship at the time.
Love
I'm
weight.
one of those people. Yeah.
Me
I
too.
feel
When
you.
I'm happy, I eat. And when I'm
Okay.
depressed, I don't.
eat. But also, I think it's like a
Baby.
cultural thing. Like, I
Yeah.
grew up in a very Hispanic home, and, you know, food is a part of life in every, like, what time are we eating? It's all structured.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
That is true.
So true. Yeah.
So that was the thing, but yeah, I'm in a very happy relationship, and I kind of see myself going back to those old tendencies.
Oh.
And he's a really muscular, fit guy, and he'll eat trash and not gain a damn pound.
What?
See.
He is. He's very muscular.
He's very beefy.
He lifts a lot of weights, probably, right?
He does.
Yeah.
We were out together now, and I'm like,
That's a good motivation, though. At least your
Yeah, I
partner
know,
motivates you to
I know,
work
yeah.
out.
But it's so frustrating because like we'll work out the same thing the same time, and like a week goes by, and he's like, "Baby, don't you think about it?" And I'm like,
You're like, get out.
I'm like, this is about me. But no, I love him and adore him. But yeah, I think the secret is water. It's funny because
Yeah.
it's water. Who would have guessed?
Right.
Does Chloe
exactly.
ever have like a cheat day, like once a week?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
she'd be
mean,
making them cookies in the little jar. I
Yeah.
know she'd get a few
But
cookies.
you know
think
what?
so?
I think
Yes.
Gunnar told me this. She is an animal in the gym.
She
I
is.
believe
I can
it.
tell.
Yeah.
Because like some of us, I'm guilty of this. Sometimes I go into the gym and I'm like, I'm just gonna do 30 minutes of cardio.
Yeah, and that's
Or
it.
I'm gonna just do it.
Right.
You know, when she goes, she's like, I am going to do this, and it's gonna be this, and it's that, and she does it.
Oh my
And
god.
I think that's why her body is so snatched, because she doesn't allow herself to slip up.
Yeah, and like in the episode tonight, we saw her arms are tiny these
Yeah.
days. Her arms are tiny. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh, her transformation is one of the most inspiring things ever, and it's just like so crazy to watch and see from the past few seasons the
Yeah.
transformation happen in front of our eyes. Because we get documented like every week. We see this happen, and it's just like right in front of our eyes, and just seeing that slow but very short transformation was
Yeah.
just super
That
crazy.
whole family, really.
For real.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get into tea time, I did want to ask this because I didn't ask you the last time whenever you came on for the Revenge Body After Show.
Uh-huh.
So in the very beginning of your episode, they were filming you eating, just like
Oh,
whenever.
it was fake.
You didn't eat it? I mean, you ate it.
Okay.
That
no-
was fake.
No shade to the show.
Ooh.
Okay.
But you have to make it look. By the way, I had a full whole cake and a full whole thing of like Chinese food.
I saw that. I was
Honestly,
like,
I could down that Chinese food easy, but would I eat a whole cake?
because I remember we were sitting there watching the episode, and like you just like brought this cake and you just put the fork in it. I'm like, he is not like.
Yeah, no, there was a little influence to
Yeah.
be like, but in reality, like, I would have had a whole cake. I just wouldn't have ate it like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So is it real? Yes.
Yes.
And it was a visual.
But it's
Yeah.
twisted, kind of.
In
And
a
I'm
way.
glad you brought that up, because a lot of people, what they don't realize in reality television, there's a lot. I mean, we're not gonna get into it. I know you're a reality producer, but reality TV can be so scripted. I mean, to entertain more people.
I think here's the thing
have to be
about
politically
reality
correct.
TV. Like, obviously, as a producer, like, I want to make compelling television and we want to tell a real story.
Yeah.
But it depends on the show. Some shows, are a little campier and you can
Yeah.
get away with it, and your audience isn't dumb. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're gonna know
True.
what's going on.
Right.
So if you're already campy, go with it, and people still. I feel like people don't want to be duped.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you kind of go with that already, they'll stay with you because
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like, we know and we're down.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
What is that one show that's also on E? It's like that family, the country hick family, and it's like the dad with the blonde hair and the mom that's a little chunkier with
The
like
Christies? Christy
Yes.
Knows Best or something?
Oh my
Christy Knows
God.
Best. They are so
One
produced.
second about that.
I don't
that
know.
man is gay.
Okay.
He has to be.
You better speak on it, Will.
I'm
He has to be.
he has to. I mean, it's none of our business.
I know.
right?
It's like, no, live your life.
But I'm like, if I'm gonna watch your show, you better tell me the tea.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and speaking of, guys, I think it's time for tea time.
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Let's do
I'm
it.
here for it.
So this is your first tea time with us.
And what are we having this time,
Today
Dakota?
is a it's like kind of like a lemon meringue like pie type of feel.
Wow.
If you guys want to have some of this, it's like
It is very fall.
it's like a lemon meringue pie twist.
I already got my pie.
You
so.
did?
Oh, you
All
already got
right.
your pie. But we're so excited. This is like going to be a really fun tea time. But because Shanti could not join us today, she did send in a clip from Mexico. So we'd love to hear what she has to say for the tea she's going to spill. It's going to be a good one, I know. She always has the tea. Shanti's shady.
All right, you guys. In a little bit of shady news, we have LeBron James. What does LeBron have to do with the Kardashians, you ask? Well, LeBron posted a video on his Snapchat during one of the Cleveland Cavaliers practice where the Keeping Up film crew was present. The film crew seemed to be crashing the Cavs workout to film scenes of Khloe and Tristan. Check out the video right here.
The shit show is here. The shit show is here. Oh, Jim Ice, hello, dude. You see the shit show? Look at the shit show gang. There they go. The shit show.
Geez, LeBron, tell us how you really feel. Sounds like not everyone in Cleveland wants to keep up with the Kardashians.
My hot tea.
Shady.
That is insane.
I mean, it's
I mean,
hard.
but it's upsetting because honestly,
Wow.
I'm a LeBron James fan, so
But I mean, if you think about it, it's he's going to work. You know, he's
Yeah.
a pro athlete, so he's like, I'm at my job. I didn't sign up for cameras. I signed up to play basketball. Like,
I get it,
It
but you
just
don't have
doesn't-
to call it a shit show like 20 times on your
know.
snap.
And
That's
how
unprofessional.
embarrassing, you know?
It's interesting because I feel like there's this low key, like, you know, the Kardashian curse.
yeah.
I feel like in a way it's like all the basketball players are like,
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
no, we don't need all that.
Yeah.
You know?
I can
I
see.
feel
yeah,
you,
I can.
yeah.
I feel you. I think that's probably what his deal is. But to call out people who are just trying to make a living, who are hired to go there that
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
and
he's
film.
disrespecting them.
Not
You don't have to like the show. You know what I mean? Like people like the Kardashians, people don't. That's completely fine. But you can't disrespect other people. That was just so
I
rude.
know.
Especially the sound guy. He's just holding the book.
He's like, this is awkward.
Yeah, like let him just do his job.
I know. That's crazy. Well, I told you Shanti digged something shady up. She sure did. I love that. But I did want to talk about Kim. She actually did a photo recently. It was a selfie where it was like her pre-contoured face, which was kind of interesting because she doesn't really, she always shows like the ending look or a video of it happening, but she's never posted like a photo like this. And here she is pre-blended. And I just thought it was hilarious because it looked like she was getting ready to go out for like a Halloween party or something.
Believe it or not, you guys, this is so interesting to say. That photo, this is how almost every single girl looks like before getting ready. Like, this is the whole makeup process.
That's
Contouring
crazy.
and highlighting, it takes a lot of time and effort.
And have you ever seen that meme where it's like the guy or the girl and it's like, oh, babe, I'm here. Come outside right now. And she's like, not even
Yeah.
blended. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
I don't envy you, girls.
You
at
don't,
all in
and
that
yeah,
aspect.
it's hard, man. It's really hard being a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guinwa's like, I can't handle the pressure. She's like, I can't do it. But yeah, so like, I just was like interested to see. Obviously, she's doing a lot of promo right now for the KKW beauty line that she's got. Here it is. Interesting,
Oh.
right?
But
I almost respect her a little bit more because, like, I don't know, it's weird. It's almost like she was done and then she did that over her done.
okay, but she did. I agree. Let me tell you,
What?
that is so true. First of all, she has her foundation, she has her highlighter on. Everybody knows you don't really put a highlighter before you contour. So she's
I do know
completely dolled up, and she just put in some contour and highlight lines to make it seem like
Yeah.
I'm still getting ready when she's
Yeah.
really
So
dolled
it's like
up.
she's trying to be relatable, but it's still
It's not
staged.
working.
But
Kim.
you know, here's the thing. I would have done the same thing.
okay.
I mean, if I probably would have too if I was.
Yeah, you gotta sell the product.
You gotta
Do what you gotta do,
That's
Kim.
right.
I don't want to look busted on my Instagram.
That's
You know,
true.
like
Yeah.
I don't want to look. I respect you just even for doing.
You know,
that.
I give it up to YouTube vloggers because a lot of
Oh,
them
yeah.
they go on TV with on YouTube with
Nothing.
nothing
Nothing.
on, and then you see the transformation, and you're like, oh my gosh,
It's
like
deceitful.
kind of.
Like, because some
Kind
of
of.
these girls would go on, and I'm, I'm totally cool with girls being natural face. I'm sometimes like when I'm dating someone, I'm like, oh, honey, you don't have to wear makeup. Like I'm into that. Like you don't have to.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
Like the girls who do these videos, it's crazy because they start out and their face is like really red. It's
Yeah.
like very red, like very red spots all over, which I'm guilty of too. But just to see start from that and go to the ending product, it's just like, oh my gosh, like
Well, you get bamboozled
yeah.
because you're swiping oh, I'm gonna go on a date, and then you know she stays the night or whatever. You wake up the next morning.
And you're
and
like,
it's
whoa.
I'm like, how you doing? She's
I
like,
did not sign up for
I'm
this.
like, oh my God. You know?
oh my god, that was really good.
Thank you. Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna go to this next photo. Our girl Chloe, she's pregnant. We know she's pregnant.
Yeah, she looks a lot heavier here.
She is.
She gets it in her face.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
those two jackets that she's holding, or
She's holding a jacket or two and then a purse to cover her belly because she's been walking around like this a lot recently with big bags and things to cover
and
her
slippers, no heels?
Mm-hmm.
Pregnant girl can't be wearing
You can't
heels.
be doing. You're so right.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you see what happened to Kim last time and her swollen ankles.
belly. Oh yeah.
Remember
I
that?
wonder if her sister's pregnancy would be as bad as Kim's pregnancy, because Kim's pregnancy was very horrible.
Yeah.
The first one, she bloated up.
Yeah, I felt pretty bad for her.
Yeah, it was not. Cute.
What is your whole take on this? I know you may not be able to say a ton, but what is your whole take on this?
I mean,
Chloe
here's
stuff?
the thing. I feel like why aren't they just saying like, yeah, I'm pregnant, I'm excited about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What are we waiting for? That's what I'm. There's something planned
Absolutely.
that they're waiting to reveal this big announcement, but we don't know what it is. Is
Right.
it on Keeping Up? Is it another platform? Or maybe they're like, we don't owe that to you.
Maybe they're finally just like, we don't know that to you, but
I don't
it's kind
think
of a
so.
part
I
of
don't think
being.
so either.
Yeah.
They're
It's
so
on the
open
show.
about their
In
life.
hindsight-
Exactly.
Yeah, in hindsight, I'm thinking like, okay, they're waiting to announce properly
Absolutely.
on some type of.
I'm thinking 2020, we need some kind of episode, like some kind of like Diane Sawyer sit down, like all
Yeah.
three of them. It's going to be Kylie and like Chloe, and then Kim's already been open about her surrogacy,
Yeah.
but I want to see like a sit down with them too and like see what's going on.
And I think Chris is a lot smarter from letting them publicize such news without making some money out of it. So I think she's
Yeah.
planning on doing something.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about this like a couple weeks ago with everything that goes on with Keeping Up. They post about it on social media. So 3 months later, we're like, oh, we already saw this on Snapchat.
Yeah.
And I think that they've realized that and
You're
they've
right.
started to be a
Yeah.
little more private.
And I don't work on the Kardashians, but any good show, yeah, you're gonna want to keep that for the show
Yeah.
and not necessarily for them just to publicly announce it.
Exactly.
So I think we can all kind of agree that the reason they're not saying it publicly is because they want it to be revealed on Keeping Up.
True.
I
Yep.
love that.
And
I
it's
love
a smart move.
And
Okay.
it's a very smart move.
Yeah, it's super smart. Also, leading into with this whole Chloe thing, Scott actually said that he feels like he doesn't have to give Chloe advice for her pregnancy because if she ever asks, this is his quote, if she ever asks, I'm sure I would try to give her advice, but I feel like all of us are so close that all of our children are kind of brought up in the same vicinity or one block over, that everyone's kin and they're kind of there for each other.
As if Scott's a good parent to get
I
advice from.
I don't know. That's just what his take is. But I don't know why would the interviewer ask him that. Like, he's not the kind of person to be asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would he give any pregnant woman advice? I know.
It's like, well, first of all,
Why would he give any woman, period, any advice?
Remember when Mason was a baby and he was punching mirrors and acting a
Yeah.
fool? Like, poor little Mason, if he ever watches footage from that, he's going to be like, that's my dad. You know? Like,
Yeah.
you know he's
yeah.
gonna look this up later. He's gonna
eventually,
look it
you
up.
know, somewhere in the, like, they're going to be, you know, in their teenage, and maybe they've never seen an episode in their life, but eventually they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be interesting. And now thinking ahead, you know what's going to happen? I'm really just banking on this. We're going to see a little Kardashian, like, second generation.
That's what
Yeah,
I
I
said
think
in the
so,
second
too.
episode, because there's so many Kardashians. Absolutely,
I
I
gotta
agree.
wait until they get a little bit old. It's gonna be like very Laguna Beach.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's so true. Because I don't see the doing a Keeping Up with the Kardashians when they're like, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, this may be a
I'm
little
trademarking it. Kardashian kids.
Kardashian kids, yes. This may be like, I don't know, like a lot of people say like don't talk about their kids as much on the show, but I did want to say no shade, nothing wrong with it, but I just wanted to say I think that Mason is going to turn out gay.
Okay.
And the
Interesting.
reason that
What
I
makes-
have to
yeah.
say this is because I was watching one of Courtney's live streams, and this doesn't mean it, but there's just a lot of little clues. Like it just seems like he's more feminine, and he's around women all the time. I get that, but there was a live stream of Courtney, and you can hear him in the background saying, "Where's your makeup? I wanna play with the makeup again." And he was like asking her if he could like put on makeup, and like there's just subtle hints, and I just
So-
feel like because Scott is kind of distant and not always there for him, like he may have some daddy issues.
well, he definitely has daddy issues, but I don't know. I feel like he's too
So,
young.
okay,
Wow.
here's the tea.
I don't know, you
Here's the
guys.
tea.
Don't get mad at me.
I mean, no, it's
Okay.
fine. I think I'm a gay man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't always have to have daddy issues, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of controversy, nature versus nurture. I personally believe it's a genetic thing. It's found in animals. So, okay, I know what you're saying. Because when I was a little boy, I was interested in makeup and all these little girl things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like boy things. You know what I think it is? I think it's hit in his face all the time.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
he's a little kid, and he's
Yeah.
like, it's fun, and you get, and they probably play it.
Yeah.
Do they even put makeup on him?
I was just gonna say, I really like what Courtney does with her children. Is that they all have long hair. Mason has long hair.
Yep.
I think she kind of lets them be who they are and let them naturally instead of like pushing norms on them.
Instead of
Right.
immediately cutting their hair or something
And being
like
like,
that.
a boy does this and a girl does this. Like,
I
if
can
you
see
want
that.
to do this, you can. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's very 2017.
Yeah.
And I respect that so much. But you know what? If he's gay, great. We
I
don't
mean,
know.
yeah.
And nowadays, kids come out trans and gay and
Yeah,
everything.
so young too.
Young.
Mhm.
But the thing is
Very
I
young.
think with what Courtney's doing, obviously he's still so young, so he may not have these feelings like, oh, I am this way, but like he's a little more fluid in what he does because she doesn't structure him to be like, you're a boy, you're gonna do this.
Yeah.
I think you're right. The hair cutting thing, they always have long hair, and then until maybe one day they're like, hey, can I cut my hair?
I think she lets them decide.
Yeah.
Well,
I really think.
Rain does need I'm sorry. Rain needs a haircut.
Oh,
Rain needs a little
That's a
trim.
little
I'm sorry.
No.
I know
yeah.
he needs a little
yeah.
haircut, Courtney. I know you're trying to do the whole open parenting thing, but
Yeah.
we
not
gon-
working.
That part we should get a cut.
We should get a little
We
cut.
should
Little
think
snip,
about
snip.
that one.
Our next photo that we have is Corey Gamble. He went out recently to LA to a club alone without Chris. And there was ladies trying to like dance upon him. He was being respectful and not wanting to really, make a scene or anything. But I want to ask you, like, what would you do if your man was out here at the club getting turned without
First
you?
of all, who goes to the club by themselves? Number one. Second of all, if you are going to the club by yourselves, you're looking for something.
Yeah, that is so true.
If you go by yourself, what are you doing? You're just getting a drink and sitting at the bar. No, you're a little too high profile to be doing all that. That's go home and get a drink pour. And we know you got some good liquor at your house.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He was up to something. He needed a little excitement, in my opinion. And if my man did that, Kenny. No.
I was gonna ask you about that because it's super. Like, I just feel like if you're in a relationship, maybe don't go to the club alone because
With
there's.
your boys, sure, or with a friend, no
maybe.
problem. But alone, that's a little suspicious.
I'm sorry, my
Yeah.
man is not going to the club alone or with his friends unless I'm there. So just
Oh.
saying.
I mean, who knows? Maybe his friends did meet him up there, but it just seemed like in the press and how they were saying it, was that he was
okay. Well,
alone.
they could have. Yeah.
Are they
well,
still together, Chris and Corey?
Allegedly,
Oh.
allegedly, yeah.
He looks like he lost weight too.
He
She doesn't
does.
really
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about him on the show.
Yeah, he
She
hasn't
really
been around
does.
in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm
I haven't
okay with
seen him
that.
in a minute.
He's kind of boring.
Have you ever met him?
Sure.
I haven't personally met him, but I saw him at a party at Gunner's house.
Oh, okay.
And it was a Rolls Royce event, and so Chris was there. The whole, every Kardashian was there.
That's awesome.
And I saw him, but I didn't meet him
That's cool.
because I don't know. I don't.
You don't want to be like, hey, I
To
see
me,
you on the
he's not
show.
a celebrity. He's not.
Yeah.
If it
Right.
naturally happened, I'd been like, hey, nice to meet you. But I don't know. Yeah, I just saw him, but he definitely lost some weight. You're right.
He did.
Yeah.
He
And good
definitely
for
did.
him.
Yeah, good for him. He needs to be on. Maybe he's on season 2.
Actually, you know what's funny? While we're saying that, you know who needs their whole season to themselves?
Rob.
Can you imagine?
That'd be crazy.
That would be Rob Kardashian Revenge Body Special.
But
Oh my gosh. Yes, that
I
would
feel
be.
like he wouldn't show up to
He
the
wouldn't do it.
workout.
Yeah,
No.
you're right.
Honestly, if there's one, okay, I obviously want to meet a lot of the Kardashians, but I think I would really want to meet Rob. I just
Really?
want to dig into his brain and see like what's going on. I feel like he's missing a lot of certain aspects in his life that led him to be super depressed recently. Like maybe his family just is too busy, especially the Kardashians. Maybe they're too busy with their own lives and like being in the spotlight, and they don't really pay much attention to him. I mean, since the new episode of the Kardashians, I haven't heard them mention Rob once
Yeah.
or even
Yeah.
call him.
That's so true. Maybe he is kind of like
I
taking
don't
a back
know.
seat.
I have no insight on that at all. Literally none, because I've never really like had a moment with him. But I
Yeah.
remember one time I was leaving Gunner's and he came in and they were filming Keeping Up with him and Gunner. And I think you watched that episode when we were texting about
Oh
it.
yeah.
But I remember just kind of like getting his sense and like talking to somebody about him, and I don't know. I just think he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or you know
He
what my
doesn't wanna be
real
in the
hindsight
spotlight,
is?
maybe.
When you gain so much weight like
Yeah.
that real quick,
I
and you're
agree.
depressed. I wonder if it's biochemical. What if he has like an issue
Yeah.
that we're not aware of, and like we don't need to be aware of it?
Right.
Yeah.
Who knows? Either way, season 3, Revenge Body.
I'm
I would
pushing for
I
it.
would 100% watch that.
Agree.
Yes.
And then I would try to plug myself into that.
You'd be like, all right, so Rob, you're gonna get helped out by Will. It's gonna happen.
If
I
you
would
if
do
you
it.
if you want to, I mean, he might
Like
be
a
happy with
live-in.
himself.
Yes.
Like I would live
Yeah.
in with him and be like, "This is what you need to eat, dude. Like, let's go work out."
You'd be like,
you
all right,
know?
take the hot dog away from
Yeah.
him. Like, no. But I know that you may not be able to talk about it, but I'm really hoping to see you in some way, shape, or form on season 2 of Revenge Body.
Me too. So that's, I mean, we'll just have to see what happens.
All right. I won't press any further. But I did want to talk about Kylie because she is pregnant. We just kind of know this. And she's kind of subtly dropping some hints on social media. And the next 2 photos we have are some of those hints. So this one right here, she says, which one? I'm thinking blue. Basically, some people are saying she's alluding to the fact that she's having a boy.
Oh my God, that is so
But
funny.
everyone publicly is saying that their sources are saying that she's having a girl. But again, there's 3 different phone cases, and she's saying, I'm thinking blue. So a lot of people think that this is a clue. And then the next one that we have is the 3 buns in the oven. Chloe's got a bun in the oven.
Oh my
Kylie's
God,
got a bun
that's
in the oven.
Okay, I think people
Great.
overthought about these
Yeah.
2. I'm sorry, that's a little
What?
extra.
Baby, she probably hit a blunt and was like, I need to get some cinnamon.
Right?
Like, and
Yeah.
then we're all like, oh my God, it's a conspiracy. Like,
I know.
It's crazy how everybody wants to make a conspiracy theory of everything these
Yeah.
days. Like, no, I don't agree.
You guys, though, I don't know. Maybe. Look.
I
No,
know,
Dakota,
There's
no.
a possibility, yeah. Yeah.
I know.
No,
I'm
dude.
Dakota side. Y'all don't think you know Chloe, Kim, Kylie, all
Yeah.
those cinnamon rolls, buns in the
Or
oven.
the girl was hungry and she wanted
Nope.
to have a roll.
No,
Yeah.
she wasn't. She just took this photo. She didn't eat these. She just took the photo for that.
Maybe it's I don't know. They paid her to do that.
Who knows? But I mean, that and the
Like,
phone
sponsored
case
by
thing.
Pillsbury.
Cinnabon. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why they're not coming out about it. Like, oh, we talked
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But the thing too about the whole pregnancy scandal is like these theories are crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I said on the show, I was like, I know that Kylie is Kim's surrogate. I knew it. I just knew it. But no, I don't think so these days.
No.
And the more we talk about them, the more we come up with these theories and assumptions, the more we're adding to like, you know, we're basically free, like, I don't know, advertisement for it. And that's what they
Exactly.
want. They want the
Yeah.
crowd to keep making assumptions.
Of course.
Free PR right there.
I just
right.
want to know how long we have to wait. Like, we have to wait for all 3 kids to just be one, and then they're like, "Hey, we do have a baby."
I
Like,
know.
surprise! This
I-
is actually my baby.
I always had a theory that Kim was just going to have a surrogate and one day was going to be like, hey, here's my baby. Like,
Yeah.
it's been in the making for 9 months, but like, I just didn't tell anybody.
Or maybe they're filming a brand new reality show for like
And
Chloe
it's
being pregnant and
so
Kylie being pregnant.
Possible. It's
Yeah.
so possible.
That's crazy.
Keeping up with the
crazy.
bump.
Right? I like
Keeping
that.
up with the bump. And then the next photo we have is Kendall out in LA on a date, looking kind of a little bit bored, but I mean, so is he kind of.
Yeah.
Basically, this is the guy from the Clippers, Blake Griffin. They're on this
What is
date.
up with the NBA?
Everyone loves a good basketball player.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
let me tell you, athletic men are just on another level.
You were like pretty close to Stephen Curry, or Stephen Curry, Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry, don't even remind me. Thompson was like right here, and then like Steph Curry was walking right next to me, and I'm like, hi.
You sat where
It's
Chloe
me.
usually sits. 'Cause
Yeah.
She sat like on the floor, like on the court. Like,
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was a
That's
great
crazy.
experience.
That's
Honestly,
insane.
I loved it.
I see basketball players all the time, and I couldn't even tell you their name. I don't follow sports, period. But I'm like, I mean, he's tall.
You really? I think it's something about them.
man.
Like, I think it's the swag that they carry and how
Yes.
athletic they are. I think that makes men so attractive to me. Because if I'm with a guy who can't defend me or defend himself, like, I don't want to. I always say this assumption and I always say this scenario to every guy I meet. If we were stuck in like the ghettoest neighborhood and somebody came to rob me, I don't want you to be the first person running around. Like, I want you to be able to
Oh my-
protect
no,
me and
that's
be like, I
true.
got this, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I mean, to
feel
be
you.
honest, I would think we should both run. Like, I don't want to be the
Yeah.
one that gets
No,
slaughtered.
I need a fighter. I need like an athletic man that can
Oh.
like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, good
Uh,
luck.
but anyways, on that picture of Kendall, it looks like they were in a fight, honestly.
And it looked like they were like,
Yeah.
I'm so mad at you, but there's cameras here. We're gonna talk about this at
They
home.
just look bored. I don't know what's going on. It looked like it was just supposed to be a kind of a one-night stand, little like hit it and quit it. But now they're trying to see
And
what's
then
gonna
they're sitting
go.
over
and
there
it's
Why are
not.
you even going out to eat if it's a one night stand? I'd just be
Exact-
like, this is the address.
Maybe they're trying to see
Drop a
like,
pin.
can this work?
Yep.
I don't know. It's just very odd because it just doesn't seem like someone she would usually go for.
Exactly. That's what one night stand.
I know.
Now they're trying to see.
Here's gonna be the twist. Next season, she comes out as lesbian.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Oh God, I thought that was true news. I'm like, what?
No, I don't know if this
Okay.
is true.
I'm like,
just
okay,
saying,
press release.
But knowing this family, you never know.
You
You,
never
know what
know.
I mean? Like, it could totally happen.
There's got to be. I mean, we have.
Because I've never seen Kendall, like...
Date?
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
my thing. We've never really heard of her, like, being with somebody. Oh, they're out, but what does that
Harry
mean?
Styles and her were getting cuddly on a yacht one time. I
But
saw.
what does that mean? What if they're just friends? Because me and my friends get cuddly sometimes. You know when you're, like, close... You know,
Ginwal, you want
Yeah.
to get cuddly?
Yeah, let's get cuddly.
Let's get cuddly.
you know what I mean?
Get into it.
I don't know.
don't
Just
know.
foreshadowing.
Ooh, I'm interested.
Was she?
I don't know if this is
I
true,
think
but
she's the
okay.
only one that has. I haven't seen her. Like all the Kardashians, you know, are into black men, and I don't think Kendall.
She
I
has
think
been. No,
She
Yeah.
has been.
She was the last guy she was with was.
ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what they say when
Is
you
he
go
cute or
black,
no?
you never.
He has pretty skin.
Well, I mean, when you say that though, the next guy she was with is this other dude, this white guy,
But
He's
we'll see how long
mixed.
that lasts. Is he?
Blake.
Blake Griffin is mixed. He's black and white.
See, I told you. Like,
Wait,
there
okay.
needs to be some black in the
Yeah.
guy. There's
Okay.
no way a
He's black
Kardashian
and
would settle
white.
for somebody that
No,
doesn't
you're
have a
right.
hint of.
I've never
You
seen
know?
that guy before in my
The
life though,
chocolate
so like.
fever.
Well, you know, Blake, he's the cute one, so, you know, I keep up with him.
Oh,
Only the
my
cute
God.
ones.
Howard, I love getting an inside look at your life sometimes. Just the little comments he
Yeah,
throws
I
out
would
there.
like to know.
Yeah, like what's your
Wait,
type?
are you on any apps?
Of course, I gotta get a man.
What's your favorite app? Just curious.
Right now I'm just really digging Tinder. Like
You
that's
are.
it right there. Yeah.
Wow. Would you guys, okay, no judge zone
Yeah.
at all here? I've never, ever signed up for a dating app. I don't
Me
even,
neither.
nothing. I know. Okay, we're getting
We
judged
the
right
only
now. All
one.
right,
We're
let's
getting
move
judged.
on.
But
Yeah.
when you're gay, it's like 101.
Exactly.
Are you still on the dating apps?
No, I have a man.
That's what I thought. Okay.
He's got a man.
Oh my god, don't say that. He's gonna watch this.
Kenny would be so
No,
mad.
Kenny's so jealous.
Oh,
Oh, that's
really?
nice. I like that.
He's Latino and he's old school, so he's first generation American. So he has that kind of like old school, like Hispanic vibe.
Oh.
And he's very Latin about it. And he's like, even if I look at a guy too long, he'll be like, so what's up? You like that guy? And I'm like,
You
But
know
I
what? I
like
like
it.
that.
I like
Me
it.
too. I like that.
You know what? I know my boo was out there. I'm gonna get my ring. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, I love you guys. Okay, so let's talk about this. The outside of Kris Jenner's house shown in the Kardashians. It's not her house. It's just like shown. That house is on the market right now for $7.8 million. It has 7
Wow.
bedrooms, 9 bathrooms. Okay, who needs to all go to the bathroom at the same time? Wine cellar and a pool. And so if you guys are wanting to get the outside of this house, you can have the inside of it too. Like this is cool.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
iconic.
It is
It
pretty
is.
iconic, and it's in Studio City randomly. Like I thought it was.
Really?
I know that's like just down the
Wow.
street. Crazy stuff.
I
Drive on
think what they
by.
did is really smart though.
Oh yeah.
Because like I would not want anybody knowing that really. And if you notice on when we see like Chloe's house or whatever, it's always their backyard,
Yeah.
Yes.
never the front.
Yep.
That's true.
And Kim has even said before that they do that for most of their houses just for security reasons,
And
which I totally get.
Totally would do that.
Yeah. And one of the last things I wanted to talk about was after Courtney said on last week's episode that she was like really upset with how Scott was pictured with a hooker every week, a different hooker every week. Apparently, Sophia Richie, that ruffled her feathers a little bit. And a source says that she says that she's just a jealous and bitter old hag that needs to shut the F up.
Whoa. She messed with the wrong chick.
I know. I was like, that's a statement.
See, but it's a source.
It's a source.
true.
But you know who's.
Do you have inside scoop for us
Oh
on
no,
that?
I have not.
No?
I don't know her.
Do you have any inside scoop that you want to share
on what?
on the Kardashians?
They're lovely and I love them.
See, PC.
Great scoop.
The only scoop, honestly, and it's not tea, I think it's like public knowledge, is that like we're gonna see a lot more.
Who's the nicest Kardashian?
The nicest. Okay, well, obviously, I always have to give it up to Chloe.
Of course.
Like Chloe really changed my life, and I adore her. But I love Kendall.
Really?
I
She's
love
cool.
Kendall. I've seen her a few times, but I was at a party and I had my boyfriend with me, and I introduced them because my boyfriend's a fashion photographer
Yeah.
and she's a fashion icon, and so I made that connection, and she was so nice to him, and that made me feel good because he's a nobody.
I
to
love
her.
that. I love
And
that, yeah.
She was like, "Oh, my nickname's Kenny too." And they had a moment, and I was just like, forever, I will always remember that. Not for myself, but it meant something to my boyfriend.
Of course,
So
of course.
She's super nice.
So nice. And you hear all these horror stories.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And I've
do.
never had a bad run, and Chris is wild.
Chris?
She's wild.
She's so fun. I would spend an entire
believe
night
it.
drinking with her.
Oh,
I just
believe
really
it.
want to know what she felt like, though, whenever she found out that Kylie was pregnant, because that would be crazy, I'm sure, as a mother.
Okay,
I
spill
think
it.
sources have said that she disapproved and was probably, and like I would be too if I was her. I think Kylie's so young. And I
Yes.
think Chris was
Yeah.
thinking in her head, I don't know necessarily if this is the best thing for your life right
Yeah.
now. You don't really know the alleged father that well and that long. I mean, any parent would say, it's not just because they're a Kardashian.
Right.
It's any parent would say this.
I agree.
Yeah.
So allegedly, sources have said that,
She disapproved at
yeah,
first.
and of course, I can kind of almost see Chloe being like, girl. Because remember when Rob was gonna
yeah.
and Chloe just couldn't even like, because I think Chloe's smart and she thinks to herself, and Chris, and I'm sure Kim, in a way, if you're malicious and you get into a Kardashian's life, you almost have a set life for yourself if they have your child. Like, for instance, Black China's hooked up.
They're always
Yeah.
going to be attached, and it's
That's
sad. They're
horrible.
never going to be able to get rid of them. It's
And I
really
just,
sad.
I
But
just
this
feel
is
like
all
Kylie could have done
alleged.
better. I mean, Kylie could have done so much better. Okay, you told us who's the nicest Kardashian.
Oh, no.
Who's the most protective? Who's the most protective Kardashian?
Oh, Chloe.
I
Chloe,
believe
okay.
it.
100%, and I've seen that real life.
Who's the most family oriented?
That's a hard question because I almost want to say Chloe too, but I think they're all really like that. But also, Kylie's young, and when I was 20, I wanted to go and But when she gets older, things
She'll
will
settle
change.
down.
Especially she's
Yeah.
gonna have a kid now, so.
Yeah.
She's gonna grow up a little
So
quicker.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Chloe. I want to say Chloe.
Wow. See, no wonder Chloe's my
I feel like
favorite.
we have like 9 minutes left. We kind of need to talk about the episode
The
tonight.
actual
I
episode.
know. Whoa. Okay.
But you know what? I think with him here, I wanted to know more about what's going on.
Me
We can
too.
say
Yeah.
this episode was great. It was fluffed up. It was great.
Well, again,
like-
those things are alleged.
Alleged, exactly. That's so true. But okay, so they talked about the Met Gala a lot tonight. It was so funny to see Kim. She was freaking out the entire episode. She's still on this Mexico photo trip where she's like freaking out about every little thing, and like seeing her like try to like sit in the car and like just her boobs sweat and like her freaking out and like the lights getting hit on the van while she was trying to
Well,
get ready.
you're had a blow dryer going on in the van. Girl.
Yeah,
What did you think
like-
was gonna happen?
And they told you're gonna blow a fuse. She's
Yeah.
like, no, just do it anyway. It's okay.
And by the way, her hair looked already amazing.
Oh, it looked
So-
Yeah.
And like it's funny seeing Kylie's like problem with like, oh, I'm gonna be there alone. I don't know. I'm not gonna know anyone. It's like, girl, everyone's gonna know you and try to talk to you. So just like you're gonna be fine. Kim will get there in a little bit. You're gonna be good.
And it's crazy to see, like, after so many years of them being in the public eye, they still get nervous to make any appearance.
Yeah.
But I felt like this episode revolved heavily over Kim's insecurity, and it kind of pissed me off because, girl, what are you complaining about? Like, you look so good. Every woman would love to, not 90%, some women wouldn't, but I mean,
Yeah.
every woman or most women would love to be in your position. Like, chill the F out. Sorry.
Maybe she was just worried. You know how some people
That was
they are
extra.
Just,
No, that's being extra, Kim.
And
No, I'm with you on that.
I mean, it was pretty extra, but I love how Courtney and Chloe were just like, this is not happening. Chloe was trying to pretend like she was having Kim help her like clean the closet, while Courtney like half-assed trying to like delete apps and like.
And I was like, Courtney, if you don't know how to work the phone, girl, you should have been in the
She's
closet.
like, I'm not good with the phones, and I'm like, wait,
Why
what?
would you be doing this?
I know. As for someone who has like an app that she like runs,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, come on, girl, you probably know what you're doing.
Exactly.
And
You
then
gotta delete.
the other storyline that was going on was the whole Chris ditching Chloe so many times.
Yeah.
That was kind of sad. I'm like, Chris, do you really have to like go somewhere, or can you bring Chloe with you?
You know what I'm gonna say?
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about that baking situation. I mean, Chris, being Chris, who has probably like 20 maids living in her house, and she's running late, so she has a meeting. Why would you bake? Like, do you really?
She
I
was
don't
hungry,
think
Guinwa.
Girl, I don't think she bakes on a regular day. That was
does.
scripted.
She says, oh, Chloe's like, well, why can't I go with you? And she's like, well, somebody has to be here to take
Yeah.
them out.
5 cameramen.
Well, there's about 23 people here.
Exactly.
They were all on break. I mean, she had to send them on their break. You know,
All
you can't work
right.
longer than 6 hours without a lunch.
All
That's true.
right.
They're all
So
on.
Chloe had to do it.
It led up to an actually amazing scene of her them two going to the Malibu wines.
That was my favorite
love
scene.
That,
That was
yes.
the best part because it reminded me, and I was thinking this when I was it reminded me of old Kardashians when they get to be silly. And I think that's why we all loved this show in the beginning is because they were silly, running around, slapping each other's butts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I adore that, and I got a taste of that again.
Yeah, I love that.
I know, I love that. Just seeing them be silly, and like also another thing that was very silly that was like old Kardashian-esque was the fact that they were like having Kourtney's pants pulled down and like trying to like rub the
that
cellulite
thing.
out of her butt that she doesn't have any cellulite. That was funny.
God bless her, because that's an interesting thing too that we went from Kim butt cellulite all night, and then we went straight to Kourtney has no cellulite.
Yeah.
And I was thinking,
But Kourtney doesn't have a big butt like Kim does.
see, and that's what I was thinking. I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe, and allegedly Kim's butt is enhanced.
Yeah.
If so,
I love that you're just
perhaps-
talking about this.
Perhaps that's why she has cellulite and Kourtney doesn't, because Kourtney's butt is normal.
Right?
Yeah, Kourtney's butt is Khloe's butt normal.
Okay, allegedly. No, I love Khloe so much I couldn't even say a bad thing, but I've seen it in person, and all I'm gonna say is that thing is massive.
She look good.
She looks amazing, but I don't know how realistic her butt is.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know she's Armenian, ethnic women, do tend to be a little curvy, but
Yeah.
I don't know about
She's
being
always been
that
curvy.
She's always been curvy, but I mean that curvy,
has she
that
been always
booty.
been that
And then
curvy?
also when she loses the weight, like you don't get to choose where the weight comes off.
Thank you. Her butt is still big, and she loses it from everywhere else. Maybe she's getting some fat transfers. I'm just saying. I
I've
don't
You
know.
know
seen-
what? If she is, I don't blame her.
I don't blame
If I
you
had the
either.
money, I would do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Right there on that table.
Howard's like legs open like.
no, seriously.
Do what you gotta do.
I
I'm
can
worth
see
millions.
Howard right now, like bring in the plastic surgery.
Dr. Miami,
Yeah.
call me.
I love how you said like you'd be like Snapchatting like.
Oh no, I'd be hashtagging like Dr. whatever Nazarian, whatever.
Like, can I get a coupon code? Like,
Yeah.
But you know what?
Use Will 50 for
Yes.
Like,
You
why
know,
be shameful?
I felt like in this episode, like you mentioned, Will, Kim was trying to be more relatable to the audience and
Yeah.
show them that, I also have
insecure.
insecurities. But I feel like what would make them a lot more relatable if they actually go on camera and share the surgeries that they got. Because honestly, no women, when women age, and they age a lot more than men do. So I feel like it'll make them a lot more relatable if they can actually admit some of the surgeries that they have done.
They do here
I
and
think
there.
baby steps. I think that's the thing. So
Yeah.
Kylie denied her lips for a while, right? And then she was kind of forced to be like, okay, of course I got them enhanced.
Yeah.
I think it's baby steps. I think it's a really private thing, but again, we're not all the same. So like, of course, I would be blasting like, damn, I just spent this X amount on this. I was like,
Yeah.
but I think it's different. They have a different image to upkeep,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
maybe they do. And the thing is, of course, we want to speculate and say that they do, but there's a quite possibility maybe minimal work. I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows?
It's all alleged.
Speaking
and we
of
don't know.
speaking of booties, though, you have a photo that you recently posted on your Instagram where you're just like full butt out,
yeah,
like
I want to be a Kardashian.
you just had your butt out, and it was
I
just
have
for
a big
everybody.
I really do. I have
Good
a
to
really
know.
big- So,
It was out there for us to see.
but actually, what's really interesting about that photo that you bring up, it's a tie-in to something we're gonna see later this year.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Are you getting butt implants?
No, I'm very happy with my butt. No, not in that sense. More something that photo will appear again somewhere.
Okay.
Oh.
You're going to be doing
Like-
squats, I guess.
We'll just
A lot of
see.
squats.
Well, wait and see.
Okay.
I'm excited
Hey,
though.
squat it out.
That's gonna appear somewhere.
I'm
later
excited.
On.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, before we wrap, I want to do Kardashian Corner real quick. We
Oh,
have
love it.
a few little situations. I want to see what your take is and what you think, whose side you're
Okay.
on. So this whole Kourtney versus Kim thing, Kim is like so into
easy.
Googling herself. And Kourtney's like, you need to chill the heck out. And she does the whole like deleting of the apps thing. Are you with Kourtney? She needs to chill out. Or are you like, Kim, I get you, girl? 3,
Kourtney.
2,
Oh my god, I already messed
It's
up.
fine.
Go ahead.
Y'all are gonna pick Kourtney.
What?
Howard!
You know what, Howard? I'm shocked. Actually, you did pick that.
Tell me,
love
Sha-
my
what's going on, Howard? What's going
I
on?
mean, she's just a little insecure. We all have our little
A
insecurities.
little, Howard? A lot. In that
She's just showing
episode,
it
it
a
was a
different
lot.
way.
She's exaggerating.
She's just a little insecure.
I was telling y'all this earlier. You know, all she had to do was address it once,
And that's
it
it.
would have stopped.
True.
But
Exactly.
she kept it going.
But she kind of, I mean, she's so down, she might have a little
Well,
bit of
she's a
low
perfectionist, too.
Howard,
low
there's people
self-esteem.
dying in the world.
Oh, wait,
like,
wait.
seriously.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Seriously, please.
Can people are dying.
Yeah, there are people that are dying. I love
I
that.
mean, hey, so we're hair blowers, so.
Yeah. All right, I get
All
that.
right.
And then lastly, this is so funny because it's so obvious whose side we're on. Well, I thought, but
I know.
Look at that
but
shade.
for the next one, do you think, come on, Chris, like, what are you doing? Or are you with Chloe? Like, girl, I'm with you. Your mom should not have. Did she like that? Or are you with Chris? Like, girl's busy. Give her a break. Ready?
Hold on. So are we in the whole situation of Chris ditching Chloe? Are you saying that?
Do we understand Chris's point of view, or do you think Chris is being a little too much and you're with Chloe because Chloe could have easily gone with her, or like?
So are we with Chris as in she shouldn't have ditched Chloe, or are we with Chris that she misses Chloe and she's complaining that Chloe shouldn't be there?
Like,
I'm
Chris
making
has
this
things
so
to do.
complicated.
Chris
I
has
know.
things to do. You're
Like,
making it
we
very
should-
complicated.
Okay. Just making sure because I want to know who to pick. Okay.
So like,
I
are we
know.
on with Chloe? Like, we believe that Chloe should have been able to be with her mom that day,
Okay.
or are you with Chris saying, oh well, Chris is just busy. It's all fine. Okay.
Are we ready?
I don't think she still gets it. But.
No, I do, but it's a hard decision. Okay.
I'm with you again. Wow.
Yeah.
Ready?
You know what I
I'm
mean?
confused. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
you ready for this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I'm both.
I'm both.
Whoa. Okay, what's going on?
Put Chris.
I
Wait,
mean, Chris is
what's
a
happening?
very busy woman. We mentioned last week that she manages like
All
six
six,
different
yeah.
people, and her net worth is like the second highest between all the Kardashians. So I understand she's a very busy woman, but I also understand like as a mother, you're gonna miss your daughter and you're gonna want to spend time with
Yep.
her, but sometimes it's out of her hands.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
But I also feel like, Chris, were you busy, honey? Like,
Yeah, that's
you know,
true
we
too.
don't know what the real tea was, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of on both sides. Like, we don't know what happens off camera.
That's
Yeah,
true.
True.
that's true.
So, I'm sure they hang out. And like, why would Chloe just come over and then
Wait
just
for
be
the
like-
cookies to bake.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. The timing was a little suspicious.
I know, it was. But you guys, this has been so much fun. We did have to skip Kardashian Beauty Breakdown this week, but we will air that clip next week. And we love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining
no,
us.
you guys, thank you
It
so
was
much.
awesome having you.
And you're more than welcome anytime to join us again, and we'd love to have you. So,
And I will definitely take you on that.
well, again, where can everyone find you on social media?
I'm gonna do exactly what you guys did. Twitter, Instagram, and
Facebook.
Facebook. Every social media is the same. It's at Ontiver, WONTIVER.
Okay.
If you guys want more of an inside scoop on my life, follow me on Snapchat at Guinwa, Guinwa.
And of course, you can follow me on all the social media sites: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Howard the Third, and of course, my website, howardthethird.com.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. And we will see you guys next time. We will keep up with you later. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Afterbuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the Afterbuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of Afterbuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.